Sitting in the driver's seat. What's that mean, sitting in the driver's seat? Well, I looked it up on Webster. Let's hear what it means. In a position in which one is able to control what happens. Well, I want to be able to control when this car goes from first gear to second gear, but the catch is it's an automatic. So this episode is about paddle shifting. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to change the mode. We're going to change it to sport mode. Now that we're in sport mode, we go to view and you select gear and speed so that you can see your gear and your speed. Right now you see the P is for park and we are at 0 kilometers per hour. That's what's happening right now. Okay, so now we go into drive, switch over to manual. We're in first gear. First thing you need to know is that the right paddle right here is to go into a higher gear. The left is to go into a lower gear. M1 means manual first gear. That's what we're in. We're in first gear, driving manual. My foot is on the brake. I'm going to get off the brake, step on the throttle. Let's go. I like to shift at around, say, 5,000 RPM. I just changed the second. Change to third. And now, as you can see, we're getting to slow down a little bit, so I'm gonna get back down to second, back down to first. All right, we're still in first. So I'll say 5,000 is a good place to change. Some people like 55. That was a quick change. You know, it depends on how aggressive you want to be. What you don't want to do is you don't want a red line. You see that red line right there is around 65 on this car. This is an Arteon, so your car might be different. But you don't want a red line and mess up your transmission. So I'm gearing down right here, coming to a stop sign. You look at my left hand, I'm back in first gear. Like that. Real easy stuff. Just cruising in third right now. Gotta look out for that speed limit, you know. License is very important. Gotta keep your license. For this corner right here, I'm gonna go into second. No need to go to first gear. If I was driving a stick, I wouldn't go to first gear unless I'm starting from a stop position. So I'm not gonna do that with this. I'm gonna treat it like a manual. That's real easy, man. Back down to second. You know, you gotta watch that speed limit though. Let me get out of here. Yeah, so first gear is really when you're starting from a stop position. I mean, some people like to rev the engine, put it in first gear, but not me. Like that, you know, make a little bit of noise. So now we're at a full stop. We're back to first gear. What you could do is buy you an old stick shift and practice on it, and you'll understand the gears more. But 5,000 RPM is good for this. I'm doing 5,000. Coming to a full stop, so I'm back to first gear again. Yeah, it could be fun, man. You know, get a little bit more control of your car. And if you got the loud exhaust, then you get to hear it more, and then it'll be easier for you. Get back down here to first. And there we are. Okay, here we go again. Okay, changing gears right there. You don't have to rev it that high out of the first gear, especially the first gear. First gear, you can change it quicker than that. You don't got to go all the way up to 5,000 for the first gear. And no one really drives like that unless you're racing or something. But for normal driving, you can hear the car telling you, hey man, it's time for you to change gears. And you just change gears when it's kind of screaming at you like, come on. The most important thing is the RPM and the red line. And to show the gear and the speed so that you know what gear you're in at all times. See, like that first gear, I just changed it a lot quicker this time, you know. If you were for normal driving, I would change to say 4,000 RPM. And the cool thing about this is you can slow down without the brakes. You just go to a lower gear and let the compression on the engine slow the car down. As long as you ain't redlining, you're good. That's what this is all about. For a corner like this, definitely second gear. Because when I'm driving a stick shift and I'm taking a corner, I always do it in second gear. You do it like that, you don't even need the brakes. All right, let's go again. First gear. Give him a little head start. Do that for fun. Okay, y'all want me to explain it again? I can explain it, but you can just see for yourself, man. You change it 5,000 RPM from the first gear to the second gear. This is how you change it on a pedal. Right is a higher gear, left is a lower gear. If you want more compression on the engine and get more power out of the engine, you're gonna want to go to a lower gear, but just make sure you don't redline and blow your engine. You still have access to this in automatic mode. That's something that I haven't tried yet. I'll probably do that on the next video, but for this video, we're just doing a straight manual mode where you control everything. So I just went to second, right? Went to third. You just got more control when you got the gear like this, because it's like you don't feel like the car is just taking off on you all the time. Like, you get to decide when you wanted to change gears, when you wanted to, I just went back to first right there without, too much brakes. So, I mean, it's safe to say you can use less brakes if you want to put it like that. Save some brake pads. Just don't blow your engine. Practice, practice, practice. Yeah, regain control.